Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
A run for the quarterback. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Sayin. Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
He wants to pass it on second down. He uncorks one deep. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. Point the football, creating the interception.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. They believe they can run right here. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Might as well give it to him again. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The running back has it. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
To the air, it's Sayin coming after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Still running at the 40. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. At the 20, he's got space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The Ducks want to move quickly. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another 1st down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Smashes through. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, it comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The give to the tailback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance.
Got a punt.
single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Ducks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets the stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Release to the back. Fired in there, but incomplete.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Sayin. They're bringing heat. It's complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
A 3rd and long coming up here. He wants to throw it again. Going for 6. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He wants to throw here on second down. Ball in the air, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
They go to the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Might as well stick with him. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They'll run the screen. At the 45 on his way. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll keep it on the ground. Open space at the 25. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Looking for a crease to the left.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off the tackler. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quick strike complete. At midfield, he's got room. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. They're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
He's going to throw deep right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Makes the grab down the left side. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up. Johnson wants to throw it. Floating away. Gets away from one. He fires it out to the right. And that is interception.
That's a pick, fam. That's a pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback. here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
He wants to throw. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wide out in motion. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's Graham. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Let's see what they've got on second down. Fast motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Line getting set on second down. Johnson looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Powers through the defender.
It's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Here comes the offense on first down. Here's the give off the left side. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21.
Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Leaves it with the back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that linebacker timed that play so well. I'm surprised the running back even held on to the football. They're lucky that was only a tackle for loss.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. The give to the back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended
My bad, it's a habit. When on my chest, let me take off my damn shirt. Every time it make my neck hurt.
He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. North Texas is dominating this one, and you can bet the good folks in Denton are loving every aspect of this offense. They're up by 21 over Old Dominion. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Johnson wants to throw it. And they got him for the sack.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making the play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a gamer.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. They'll go right back to him. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. The give and the run on 4th down. Turns it on in midfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. He's looking to throw. Now rolling to the left. Slings it downfield. Complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Johnson looking to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. This is the score. Ohio State 38, Oregon 21.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback's thrown from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Sends it downfield.
Too easy, boy, too easy.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Trying to barge their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this...
And he walks.
Too easy, too easy.
The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues.
GG's.
These goal-to-go situations. Give it to your QB. Don't do any of the read stuff. Don't do any of this stuff that takes time. Go now, get downhill, follow your blocks, and get in the end zone. Nice decisiveness by the QB.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Johnson wants to throw it. Buying some time. Fires downfield. Got his man all by himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass. Under heat, he gets rid of it.
Let's go!
Wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run the option. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going with the ground game left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on 2nd and long from the 13. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Got his man on the right, and they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go to the ground. Hard running there. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And the Ducks in the hurry up. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Safe completion on the screen. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Smashes through the tackle. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offenses that just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Powell.